Today I'm going to try to weed whack all of this with that. This is the Ryobi 18V weed whacker. It is the straight headed one with the motor on the bottom and the battery on the top. All of them have the battery on the top, but there is two types of the 18V weed whacker. There's a one with a curved end on it, and then there's the straight one, which is this. This one is better if you are taller. Also, it uses, again, the 18V battery and not the 40V. And, well, there's not much else to say. I'm using the stock string. Let's get right into doing this. It's tall. I'm also using the Ryobi 3Ah battery because it has a lot of battery life, and I'm going to be using the low power at first and the high power later. Low power is working, but I'm going to instead put it onto high to see what happens. Down to one bar already. Never mind, it's dead. We went through one battery already. It is quite warm. I should add, this battery normally can go over and weed whack a roughly 1,500 foot yard, square foot. Alright, battery 2. And this is, of course, fully charged. We ain't got any string left. Alright. And what is the battery at? Currently we're one bar down on this battery. For this I'm using this brand of string. It seems to work quite good. Alright, with the good string we should be able to get through this better, hopefully. No, not really. I think we need a brush cutter for that. Okay, well the camera messed up, but we're down to 1 bar on this battery, and the string detached itself. So it looks like it might, I don't know if you can see, it looks like the string might actually come back out if I turn it on and off a few times. Let's see. That's quiet. Nope, we ain't getting, nope, we ain't getting anything. I'm gonna pull it apart, it seems. Yeah, it was stuck together. Alright, well, this battery is, whoa, I've never seen a battery this dead. It doesn't even have a single bar on it. Wait, check this out. Oh wait, now it has a bar. So it's, yeah, it's flat dead. Now all I have is these smaller batteries. This one here is the 1.3 amp hour ones instead of the 3 amp hour ones. So it's not, I'm sorry, my hand's shaking. This happens whenever I weed whack, but it's not going to last nearly as long. Okay, the 1.5 amp hour one died in about 4 minutes on the high power. There is no button I can show you with the lights or anything because it's the basicest battery they have. But yeah, it's out of battery. Got one more battery and I'll be out. And it's out. Alright. So, yeah, like I expected, these batteries don't last quite as long, the small ones, but we did a lot today. If I grab the phone here, I've used all of these batteries. I was out here for quite a while. The sun's flat out gone almost. And, well, it's definitely not perfect, but it is significantly better than before. Now, it did fail in one regard, but not really. So, I can't really get the yard trimmed down all the way. As you see, like, it's cushiony all the way down to the top of my foot. Like, if I get in here, I dug all the way down. And I don't know how to really show you camera-wise, but it's about 5 to 6 inches of just grass. Because, well, there's so much of it. So I can't get it as short as I'd like today. So that'll probably be for next week. Once, like, all of this decomposes, because I can't get it any shorter. At least right now, because I'm out of batteries, it's out of light. And on this part, I want to do a little voiceover. So, I actually am very impressed in this 18-volt weed whacker. Yes, it is the weaker of the bunch of the Ryobi weed whackers. They also have the 40-volt version with the bigger and heavier battery, which also actually lasts a little bit longer. But at the same time though, the designs for the 40-volt weed whacker are a little bit questionable, to say the least. So, the main version they have, basically, the motor is up by your arms. That's fine and all, but basically that design, it throws a lot of the grass at you, and your pant legs get coated with grass, which I don't really like. They have another version with the motor on the bottom, and I used that for quite a while. They don't really make them anymore, and it worked great for about 3 months. Then I put a brush cutter on. The brush cutter end was for the 18-volt weed whacker. I put it on the 40-volt weed whacker, and just on this exact part of the yard, it lasted less than 30 seconds before it started smoking, and it caught on fire. So I don't know exactly how the brush cutter end works on the 18-volt one. I'm assuming it's probably going to be fine, but I'm not going to ever use it again. But if you were to have a yard care business, I would actually recommend this kind of weed whacker, because for most yards, this will last an entire yard with the 4 amp hour or the 6 amp hour batteries. I have the 4 amp hour battery, but you can get the 6 amp hour batteries too. And they don't take any maintenance, you just have to put the string in. And besides that, if you have a 30-minute charger, the battery will be charged in 30 minutes. If you have multiple batteries, then, well, you'll never have to stop weed whacking, basically. I'll be doing a second part to this in the future, where I tackle this yard once again, and actually get it taken down to a reasonable level, because currently it's still unreasonably tall. Thanks for watching, and have a nice night.